I'm Bernadette.
I'm Hannah.
So this is our, well, it was our monthly update, but it's our 2-monthly update now.
At finals.
Yeah. So it's the February-March update for our NoBuy Year, and I've got this out because I'm recording my screen so you can see our spreadsheet. For February, I actually got groceries. Last month I didn't buy any groceries at all, so I spent $488.64 on groceries, which is about a monthly average for us normally. So we skipped a month and then we did our monthly average. And I went to Superstore. That was the most exciting thing. I love Canadian Superstore. I took an Uber there and a taxi home, so that ended up costing me $32.78. I bought probiotics and vitamin C and iodine and stuff, so I ended up spending $375.71, which is still below my monthly average of $500 a month is what I spent before. So that puts me at $453 for the year so far that I've spent on supplements for January, February, which is about half of what I would usually spend in 2 months. I've been rationing myself. I didn't go to physio. I didn't go to therapy. Hannah didn't do any photo shoots.
My photographer friend really liked my final, which was a evening gown that kind of looks like Tim Burton inspired Tinkerbell. So we're gonna do like a collaborative shoot, so no one's getting paid for their time, so part of that budget later is gonna go towards making just the wings for it, which I'm gonna try and do real on the cheap.
You spent in February $213 on the snakes.
Mr. Peanut's doing better.
Yeah.
He's finally healing.
I broke down and I bought color printer ink. So I've spent on electronics and houseware so far this year $113.18. This is the more complicated one. We both went to the dentist and our insurance didn't cover any of it. So I spent $340. Hannah spent $268. Hannah bought twill tape for school, fabric dye for school, cording for school. I did the wrong criminal record check for work, and then I had to pay for another criminal record check. So I'm mad at that $55. And then I got my hair cut and colored with tip. It was $144 Canadian, which is like $90 US. So I spent for other things for this month of February $467.69, and Hannah spent $438.63. So for the whole month of February on these other things we spent $906.32, and none of those things were things that were not allowed.
I had to buy the twill tape because my prof wouldn't let me do boning channels sewn between 2 layers of fabric, which would have been cheaper. She made me do actual boning channels, and I'm very salty because I hate them.
For the month of March, we didn't buy any groceries at all.
0.
January, February, March, we only spent $488.64 on groceries. So we have over $5,000 left in our grocery budget for the year. I did break down and get pizza one day. In 3 months, we did takeout 1 time. That's pretty gosh darn good. We have 11 times left for the year of takeout. I didn't do anything fun.
My boyfriend's been driving me to and from school like all semester, so I buy him things.
For the small thank yous, she didn't do any small thank yous for February, but she did 2 for March, and so she's got $71.60 left for the year for small thank yous. Uber, I didn't do any Ubers for March. I didn't do any dermatology. I didn't buy any supplements for March, so still that's all I've spent for 3 months is $453.57, and normally that would be $1,500 so far. Like, I spend about $500 a month on supplements, so that's really a third of what I usually spend, so I'm really proud of that. It's the probiotics that throws me up there, so I've been really rationing those. No pedicures for March. I did go to physio, so I've spent $160 on physio so far for the year, and I have 10 times of physio left for the year. I didn't do therapy in March. Hannah's photo shoot, still nothing spent on that for March. And Hannah had a date.
Yeah.
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 So she spent $30 on her date, and then she has $470 left for dates for the year. Nothing on the snakes for March. nothing on electronics or housewares for March. And then for the other things for March, it was only Hannah that spent money on other things. She bought books for school, 2 gifts, and more school supplies. And so she only spent $146.50. This is our totals for what we spent for March and our combined total for March. And so this year, Hannah has spent $1,775 and I spent $1,747.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, so we've spent combined this year only about $3,500. So I think that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so I had a correction to make. Oh,
Go ahead.
I thought this was mousse that Hannah gave me that she didn't want. And I opened it because I'm like, oh yeah, mousse. And it's actually hairspray. So I have to change my spreadsheet here. I actually have 5 hairsprays. And this total is 6. Oh, styling products is only going to be 8 then, and then that's 16. So I had to correct that. Oh, I forgot to do our additions. It was supposed to be additions and empties, but I always forget the additions. Is the stuff we got from the dentist. So we didn't actually get anything else. Is all we got was our teethy things from the dentist. Yeah. Hannah's for her project pan. She decluttered the Milani primer, so that's
garbage.
That's the only update there.
I tried so hard.
And then I've been really good for February, March on things that I didn't buy. I've calmed down on that. There was a bunch of things I wanted before, but Hannah still had some struggles here.
I didn't buy them though.
No, but you
So
really
now
wanted
it's
them.
becoming a wish list.
Yeah.
ColourPop heart stamp came out and I've been looking at it since it came out, being like, please restock. I can't buy it. Actually, I didn't buy it. I want it though. I still want it. There was really cute neon signs and I wanted one and I didn't buy it. Both of the humidifiers for the snakes tapped out of life, and my boyfriend's really handy and he fixed one and he's trying to fix the other one. I didn't buy a new humidifier. I'm trying to use what I have. There was a really cheap treadmill on Kijiji and I wanted it and I didn't buy it. Then ColourPop came out with the Bambi collection and I want it. I didn't buy it. Still want it. And there's a bunch of skincare I still wanted. I chose not to buy elastic for my final for this block of school, and I'm going to finazzle and design in a way where I don't actually have to buy anything for it, which would be pretty rad. And I didn't buy command strips because I have a problem with command strips. And I didn't buy sewing equipment or pressing equipment that I saw online that I've been wanting for years. I want it so bad still. But yeah, and we didn't move. We reorganized instead.
Yeah, but I kind of want to move now that you mentioned it.
My room is a reptile room and a sewing room and an office with a bed in it. There is no sanity in there, so we rearranged it so that it's less cluttered. And we moved stuff out, or I did it all. I moved stuff out here, I moved the shelves, I rearranged everything to have it just feel a bit more functional in my room, because oh boy. Because there's an industrial, so there is 4 sewing machines in there, and one of them's real big and heavy.
I did almost buy something. I almost bought a new Apple TV.
Oh yeah!
Because YouTube was no longer supported on Apple TV. I got that message and I was like, duh, God damn it. Apple TV. And then before that ended, because I was like, well, I guess I'll just use it to, you know, what do you call it? Stream off of my computer onto the TV, right? And I'll just do all my workouts and stuff doing that. And then my landlord ended up getting everything upgraded, and now we can watch YouTube on our regular TV. The NoBuy Year stopped me from getting the new Apple TV. I would like Mr. Clean Magic erasers again. We ran into a time this last month, 2 months, where those really came in handy.
Okay, so I'm going to preface this. I covered literally every potential square inch where things could spill to prevent fabric dye from spilling, but the problem with the dye is that I used a mix of like dye for natural fiber and synthetic fiber, which is plastic. So technically everything in the kitchen is plastic or plastic coated. And I tried real hard. So what ended up happening was I lifted the fabric up because I was like, okay, so to make the least amount of mess, I'm just going to throw it in there. I'm not even going to stir it. And whatever happens, happens, which I reported as my dye method. Because the dye didn't take, which I'm like, that was totally on purpose. It looked cool. But what happened was I lifted it up with a spoon, and this bubble popped out and burst and just everywhere. Yeah.
And so then she had cleaned it.
And stainless steel is not stainless.
And then I re-cleaned it with magic erasers, and what a friggin' difference. I couldn't believe how much dye those magic erasers took off. I was really impressed with them, so then it made me want more magic erasers for Hannah shenanigans. I have a little bit of Drano that my landlord had given me, but I kind of like was saving that because it's the NoBuy Year. I don't want to buy any cleaning products, right? So I used a cleaning hack with like baking soda and water and stuff and put it down the drain, and at first I did it and then all of this black stuff come up and it's all in the sink and water's in the sink and all this black shit's coming up, and I'm just like, oh my god, and I was just like freaking out a bit, and then I just shut the door. Then I just was like, okay Bernie, just go back in a couple hours and just do it. So I just shut the door and I went and did my work day, and I came back and that drain ran like it never ran before. It was the best thing ever. And I was so glad I did that. Yeah, there was a bunch of black stuff in the sink to clean up, but this really worked better than Drano ever has. So I was very happy about that.
Sure, the pipes are happy too.
Then also in February I realized that there's a loophole in our rules. We never said we couldn't buy things for each other.
Oh shit. Want to buy me some stuff? Want to buy me a heart stamp?
I know, right? Like, I was thinking about that, and then I was like...
I have a gift budget, though.
But I don't have a gift budget.
Want to buy me the ColourPop heart stamp?
No. Is there NoBuy Year? Maybe. We'll see. It defeats the NoBuy Year. You just keep telling me when it's back in stock.
If I don't tell you and I forget because ADHD, it works out in our favor anyway.
Yes. But yeah, I discovered that we're... Oh yeah. On our dentist days, it was below -20 in Calgary when we both went to the dentist, and we both walked there and walked back and did not use transit or Ubers or ask friends for rides.
Why would I? It's down the street.
For me, going outside in below -20 is friggin' cold. And it's so cold that when you open the door, you're like, and you don't want your feet to go out the door. And so for me, that was a big deal. For her, she's lived in Calgary for 10 years, so it doesn't
God
feel
help
her.
me.
I used up all that vinegar cleaner that I made, which that was a really good cleaner.
I liked it. It smelled like, it still smelled like vinegar, but it smelled like nicer vinegar, like bougie vinegar.
So I made a different cleaner this time. I think it's on the same video that I'm going to link below, with 2 cups of water, a teaspoon of dish soap, and 10 drops of essential oil. And I don't like it as well as the vinegar cleaner. I like the smell better, but it doesn't clean as well. I might make the vinegar cleaner again. I ran out of Swiffer cloths, and I just put an old rag on the Swiffer and sprayed the floor with the cleaner and did it that way.
Oh wait, one more thing. I didn't buy the KVD foundation that went viral.
What happened with that?
I watched a bunch of reviews and everyone's like, okay, you look flawless at first, but then throughout the day it just kind of melts and looks like garbage.
Oh.
So I'm glad I didn't impulse buy it.
You were showing me the other day about the Sailor Moon palette versus another palette.
So the Lizzie McGuire palette, if you put it up next to the Sailor Moon palette, they're literally the same. I'm not joking. Which I feel like is kind of scummy of ColourPop to do, but also, Lizzie McGuire? Really? Really? That's what you're coming up with after Bambi? Alright.
So, yeah, send me that picture. Okay, so anyway, hopefully we'll see you in a month.
That's the tea. And I'll be done school. Yeah. I'll be graduated.
Yeah.
And yeah. That'll be great.
Then she has to get a job.
I'm gonna make my own job.
Okay. See ya.
Peace.
Hi, I'm Mr. Peanut. I'm a subscription noodle. Each like, share, or subscribe buys me one mouse. I love you.